So one of the aspects of the sword that a lot of people don't go over is how to put the sword away. Most people, you'll see, they just look at it, line it up somehow and put it back in. Well, you shouldn't have to watch your sword as you're putting it back in. And one of the really easy methods that I love to teach for putting this away, I will show right now. The end of the saya is called the koi uchi. It's like the goldfish mouth. What you want to do when you're lining your sword up to put it away, which is called Noto, is I'm going to turn the koi uchi horizontally so it's even with the ground. I'm going to bring the last 3 to 5 inches of the sword up. And there's a little groove on the sword, the blood groove. And I'm going to pinch that with my fingers. The actual back of the sword is going to come and touch the saya. And I pinch with my 2 fingers on the edges of the sword. And I draw it back towards the mouth of the saya. And I feel the tip when it comes there just start to lip in. I'm going to turn it, bring the sword around, and bring 2/3 of the sword in. Then I'm going to turn the saya up. And here's where we do something different. We keep the palm down on the saya and bring the fingers up so that they don't get pinched in the end where the tsuba is. And then we seal with the thumb and you're back in place. So I have the sword out. As I'm bringing it back towards my center, I turn the saya sideways, pinch with my fingers. I'm going to bring it back in and around, come 2/3 of the way in, bring the fingers out of the way, and seal it. So after a while, you should be able to just do it without even thinking about it. So you can practice your nukyuj and have it come in and out pretty easily. So from a side view, I have my sword out. I'm coming back in, and I'm having just the last couple of inches there. I feel that tip move right into the mouth of the saya and come in 2/3 of the way as I'm coming down in. Later on, this 2/3 mark will just naturally happen with flow. So you'll figure it out on your own after doing hundreds of draws and putting it away. There's a lot of stuff going on with the hips that we can get into a lot of detail with this also. So I'll give you a little bit more detailed version on this angle. As my sword is out, I'm going to bring my sword back and the saya is turned at an angle. I'm actually going to draw the side of my hips with the saya on it backwards so that my sword naturally comes out. Because if you have a sword that's pretty long and your arms aren't long, you're going to have to reach way out here to get it to go around the end. One of the ways to kind of be tricky with that is to draw this hip back in and take some of that length out as it comes back in. So this is a little ninja trick here for you of getting the sword back in, especially if it's a longer bladed katana. You can do it with minimal movement also so that it doesn't look like you're doing quite as much. After a while, the hips will kind of naturally just float in and out with that same exact feeling. So that is one way of putting the sword back into the saya called Noto, sword retrieval.